Welcome back to the Red Dirt Road podcast. We got our 4th of July 2021 episode this year. Last year we did Only in America by Brooks and Dunn. Really their most well-known patriotic song. They didn't really have a whole lot of them that were like that. More into the women and drinking type songs. But today we're going to get into Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, The Angry American by Toby Keith. And if you know Toby Keith, that's one of his staples is the patriotic songs. And this one is at the very top. It's really his first one, I think. And of the patriotic types that I know of from him, and he's been doing that for a while, and I think he's pretty good at it. I also did not realize until now that the song is called it's got this parentheses, The Angry American. That's so weird. I've listened to the song so many times. I never knew that. Anyway, recent trip I went to Cincinnati. They call it the Queen City. Very enjoyable. First time that I've ever been to Cincinnati, to visit, driven through there. Got some food at this place called the Eagle, very highly recommended, and got to go there. If you're ever in Cincinnati, go there. Very good food. Went to this like dog park that they got there in the city. That was pretty cool. Went to the Rheingeist brewery. Got some flights. The beer was not as good as I thought it would be. I really like the Truth IPA, so I thought, I'd like some of their other beers. Didn't like them, but very cool atmosphere. They got cornhole up there, so that was fun. Very fun. All right, now let's get into this song because there's quite a bit. So some facts about the song. On Spotify, it's this third most popular song currently on Spotify for Toby Keith. It's got overall 101 million streams, just shy of his most popular one. It looks like overall Should Have Been a Cowboy at 102 million. Actually, a little bit surprised that Should Have Been a Cowboy is his most popular right now, and it looks like overall, because that's one of my favorite songs from Toby Keith. That might actually be my favorite, and it was like his first big hit, but that's really not the song most people associate him with. A lot of people think of the song that we're going to be talking about today, some of his more 2000s songs than that 90s song. But maybe I was wrong. A lot of people do really like it. So getting into won't read all of the Wikipedia, but some of this is pretty interesting. So it's written and recorded by Toby Keith, completely by Toby Keith, written in late 2001, and it was inspired by Toby Keith's father's death in March of 2001, as well as the September 11th, aka 9/11 attacks on the United States. It was released in May of 2002 as the lead single for his album Unleashed. And that album came out, I think, in July 2002, a month later. The song topped on the Hot Country charts at number 25 and at number 1 on the Hot Country charts and number 25 on the Hot 100 chart, which is his biggest solo hit for the Hot 100 at the time, at least. So a bit into the background of the song. So Toby Keith, it says that he wasn't really sure if he wanted to actually record and release the song initially, and he had only been playing it at basically these military type concerts. But there was this sort of some sort of commander of the Marines, James L. Jones, convinced him to release a song. He says, if I can pull up this quote, says, it was his duty as an American citizen, his duty. It was released, like I said, May 2002, peaked at number one over the 4th of July weekend. And there are many, many reasons that 4th of July keeps coming back to this song. It even says 4th of July literally in the song, which is pretty cool. So Toby Keith, at one point, he had said about the song that it wasn't written for everybody. And when you write something from the heart, I had a dad that was a veteran, taught me how precious our freedom is. I was so angry when we were attacked here on American soil that it had leaked out of me. You know, some people wept when they heard it. Some people got goosebumps. Some people were emotionally moved. Some cheers. Some turned their fists in the air. It also says that it was the last song played or aired by the American Armed Forces radio network in Iraq before they ceased operations. Getting a little bit into there's some sort of a controversy section here. Not going to read the whole thing, but I pulled out a couple things that are a little bit interesting. So it says that ABC had invited Toby to sing Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue on a patriotic special in 2002. However, the host of the show, some guy, Peter Jennings, requested Keith to soften the lyrics of the song or choose another song to sing. Keith refused both of the requests and did not appear in the special. The rift gave the song considerable amount of publicity, which led to many national interviews and performances of the song. So what are we? Okay, Keith. He also had this feud, many of you know, with the Dixie Chicks, now called the Chicks. At the time, it was the Dixie Chicks, over the song and the comments made about President George W. Bush. The leader of the Dixie Chicks, Natalie Maines, publicly stated that the song was ignorant and makes country music sound ignorant. Toby Keith responded by belittling Maines' songwriting skills and by displaying a backdrop at his concerts showing a decorated or a doctored photo of Maines with Saddam Hussein. In May of 2003, she wore a t-shirt with the letters FUTK on the front at the Academy of Country Music Awards, obviously standing for FU Toby Keith. And basically they had feuded for a while after that. I would say a good 5 years, most of the 2000s, and they probably still don't care for each other a whole lot. There's a music video directed by Michael Solomon, premiered on CMT in May of 2002. It shows that Keith is performing on a stage with a group of soldiers. It also shows footage of photographs of soldiers on duty, as well as America-related scenes. And as far as the charts, in addition to what I already said, the year-end chart in 2002 had this song, year-end country chart at number 28, and the song had went platinum with the over 1.6 million sales. So here's my breakdown of the song. So it's got this sort of lone guitar strum, and then Toby Keith, he starts singing with this light guitar strumming continuing. He says that American girls and guys stand and salute the flag and know that a lot of men died for their freedom and have peace at night. And the first verse, the band comes in with this electric guitar, really gets this country rock kind of a feel. And Toby comes in, he starts getting a lot more emotional into what he's saying. He says that his dad served in the army and lost his right eye and flew the American flag in his yard till the day he died. He wanted his family to grow up and live free. He then shifts his focus the second section of this first verse into 9/11, talking about the nation that he loved was attacked by quote mighty sucker punch, but we lit up your world like the 4th of July. Love that little, add in that 4th of July because it was released right before the 4th of July. And, as anyone knows, this is one of the top shelf 4th of July anthems. Gotta have it. Gotta have it on that playlist. And like he said, I don't know if I mentioned, but he's definitely talked about, 9/11 terrorist attacks in that second section. And the chorus comes in. I don't really know how to describe the chorus a whole lot other than, it's just a bunch of stuff that America is gonna do to whoever has it coming. Really, it's just saying like, Statue of Liberty shaking his fist, bells are ringing, and Mother Nature and all that good stuff is coming. Or Mother Freedom, forget exactly what it says. And then at the end of it, it says, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. It's got a little breakdown. Second verse comes in, and we get the famous line in here, because we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. A lot of people actually know of this song from that line, which is kind of funny. You think of it as a kid, you think of that line. And actually, when I was a kid, I thought that they said this line more than once, because I just always would remember that, because this was always on the radio growing up. But yeah, most people, when they think of it, they think of this line. And the second chorus comes in. This is my opinion of the song. Like I said, it's a top of the line 4th of July song. Only in America is right up there, but this one's number one. It's number one, and it's not for everyone. Unlike Only in America, which shows these scenes of the cities and the countryside. This one, it's a little different. It's not all huggy kissy, hug your grandma, please everyone type of a thing. And people got pretty emotional when this song came out. It's badass, it's American, it's a timeless classic. If you aren't blasting this song full volume on 4th of July at your 4th of July party, I don't want the invite. Don't. It's got to be playing. You got to have that on there. I will be having some 4th of July parties that I will be at, and I will admit, this songs came out almost 20 years ago, 2002. So 19 years ago, this song came out. I will admit it's lost its luster a little bit. It was played in the 2000s a lot. So, I'm not saying you got to be playing the song all the time around 4th of July or the entire party, but I still think you got to pay your respects. You got to put this song on at least once. Toby Keith, he had that song Made in America, a much newer, I think that was 2009, I want to say. That's a really good one. Not quite as much war kind of based, maybe not quite as aggressive, but a little bit newer, a little bit fresher. I don't feel like I heard that song to death. So that's one of the cons, I guess, I do have this song, is that it was played so much. But really, it's Toby Keith's. To me, this is a staple song. So yeah, that's what I got to say about it. A lot of positives. Really only negative is, like I said, it was really played a lot. So maybe not my most favorite song, pro-American song to listen to at this point. Just have heard it so much, but still, even I just, when I was about to sit down to review this, I've obviously heard the song many, many times, but I had played it a couple more times, and I played it off my phone, and that was fine. But I put in the speakers, the big speakers, and It was good. So that's going to be it for today. Happy 4th of July. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm going to wrap up Brand New Man with an album review. Have a guest lined up for that. So I'm very excited. So we will see you guys next week.